Hello, this is the Vikstrand. I'm coming to you from the wonderful city of Yazd in Iran. It's about 105 degrees outside here on this wonderful Tuesday afternoon, and it's pretty dead right now at this town at this time of day. And speaking of dead, let's talk about Death Becomes Her. Longtime best friends Goldie Hawn and Meryl Streep, they are bitter rivals now because 15 years ago Meryl Streep, who was then a famous actress, stole Goldie Hawn's boyfriend, in this case played by Bruce Willis, and this has made them bitter rivals. Unfortunately, time has fallen pretty hard on Meryl Streep as her age and the decline has made her lose most of her roles and becoming an alcoholic. Their marriage is about to absolutely tank. One day she's invited to a cocktail party and then she sees her old friend again, and Goldie Hawn has transformed from the sort of old plushy Goldie Hawn into a very young-ish and very virile Goldie Hawn. Now revenge has to be plotted because apparently this is not ordinary cosmetic surgery. No, Goldie Hawn has become an immortal being. What we basically have here is that Meryl Streep tracks down the Society of Immortals, basically, and she becomes an immortal herself. Now revenge must be settled. And in the center of it is, of course, Bruce Willis, who they are both fighting for some reason. I mean, this Bruce Willis we're talking about. We're not talking about sexy Bruce Willis, we're talking about this Bruce Willis. Go figure. Some of the special effects they have is absolutely fantastic. We all know the scenes where Goldie Hawn has a hole through her stomach, and when, you know, Meryl Streep's her head gets and all these things are fucking hilarious. They have some pretty fun timing with this one, and also it is kind of fun to see Bruce Willis, you know, try to do a Nicolas Cage basically. He goes oh all the time, and that is kind of funny. And they also have a pretty hilarious ending, which I'm not going to spoil here, but I like the ending. When you're talking about weaknesses when it comes to this kind of a movie, it is hard to get around the fact that this is a movie who clearly has no idea what it actually aims for, because you don't have any really interesting characters. All three characters are pretty awful people and you don't like any of them that much. So, I mean, who are you gonna support? Think that a woman who stole another woman's man is supposed to be the bad guy in this situation? And also, the movie sort of flip-flops between what it is. Is it some sort of a thriller? Is it sort of a horror movie? Is it a comedy? Is it a sci-fi movie? Movie cannot decide what it wants to be. Apart from the first gratuitous shots when they're trying to murder each other and punching holes through each other, there isn't that much of the cartoonish violence we were promised, so the hype sort of dies down with it. I don't know why Robert Zemeckis couldn't do more with it. To be fair, this is a kind of an outlandish movie and the premise is pretty solid. Unfortunately, I think too many cooks have made a very confusing broth. The constant crisscrossings between who is supposed to be the good guy, who is supposed to be the bad guy, and we don't really care about the characters. The special effects are awesome, but they're not used to the extent they should have been used. In the end, this is a very confusing movie, which could have been fantastic, but it's dragged down by the unlikable characters, the very strange scenarios, and the really confused and of course also how really confused the entire thing are. Fantastic ending, but apart from that, it is nothing that can really be salvaged here. This is not a bad movie or anything, but 28 is the best rating it's going to get. It could have been so much better, and we just got this. Well, join me next time to see where I will make the next review. Until then, this is the Vikstrand signing out.